Today, Israel takes a big step towards peace. Today, Israel takes a big step towards peace. Young people across the Middle East are ready for a more hopeful future, and governments throughout the region are realizing that terrorism and Islamic extremism are everyone's common enemy. Yes. My vision presents a win-win opportunity for both sides, a realistic two-state solution that resolves the risk of Palestinian statehood to Israel's security. Today, Israel has taken a giant step toward peace. Yesterday, Prime Minister Netanyahu informed me that he is willing to endorse the vision as the basis for direct negotiations.
A major earthquake hits off the coast of Jamaica around 2 this afternoon.
Our Lauren St. Germain joining us now in studio. Lauren, people reported feeling this all the way in South Florida.
That's exactly right. So this video is from Miami around 3:30 this afternoon. You see some people chose to evacuate the tall buildings. There are no signs of physical damage at this point, but fire rescue teams are inspecting buildings as we speak. So this is video someone took in Miami inside of his apartment. You can see the lights swaying back and forth, and this is pretty typical of the video we're starting to see on social media from South Florida. So right now we're waiting to get more information about injuries or damage on the islands. The earthquake hit just south of Cuba and northwest of Jamaica, kind of right where the big yellow dot is. It was a magnitude 7.7 quake, which is considered major and can cause some pretty serious damage. So we're also starting to get some video out of Jamaica this evening. Right here, this is staff at a school in Kingston helping students, just as they do in earthquake drills, get outside into the parking area. Again, so far, no reports of injuries or major damage. But let's send things over to Chief Meteorologist Dennis Phillips. And Dennis, there are now several aftershocks happening.
Yeah, Lauren, there are. And let's set the record straight here. This is your center right now, pretty much equidistant between Cuba, the Caymans, and Jamaica. So fortunately, it landed in a place where there was really no land very close to where the epicenter was. It went down about 6 miles. Very fortunate, because 7.7 is massive. That is a huge earthquake. There will be aftershocks for weeks.
Coronavirus is spreading quickly, keeping governments across the world on edge. More than 4,500 cases have been confirmed in China, with at least 106 deaths reported. Our Kan Young-woo is on the line with the latest. Young-woo, do fill us in.
Right, Daniel. So the new type of coronavirus that first appeared in Wuhan late last month continues to claim more victims. China's National Health Commission said on Tuesday the death toll in China has soared to 106, and some 1,700 new cases have been confirmed compared to the day before. Now, among the confirmed cases, about 1,000 patients are known to be in critical condition. This brings the total number of confirmed cases in China to around 4,500, and more than half of them are in Wuhan. Chinese officials added that 60 people have been cured and discharged. Beijing and Shanghai could not dodge the bullet, with both cities reporting their first deaths from the virus. A 50-year-old man died of respiratory failure in Beijing on Monday. Health officials said he was diagnosed with the novel coronavirus last week after staying in Wuhan from January 8th to 15th. Authorities in Shanghai have not released details of the victim yet. The Chinese government has urged its people to postpone non-essential overseas trips.
Well, it's a swarm of enormous proportions. Desert locusts are eating their way across large parts of East Africa, and it's the worst outbreak some countries there have seen in 70 years. Now, here are some of the countries that are most affected by those locusts. Somalia, Ethiopia, and Kenya are the worst affected, and Uganda is bracing for an invasion too. Authorities have advised citizens to stock up on food as the insects approach the border with Kenya. Now, researchers say they pose an unprecedented threat to food security in some of the world's most vulnerable countries.
They eat and destroy everything on their way. One swarm measured 60 kilometers long and 40 kilometers wide. Hundreds of thousands of acres of crops destroyed. People fight back with whatever means they have. We are more than 200 herders here, and we all depend on this land for grazing. Now it will be disastrous if we all perish without getting any help. The swarms came from Yemen, then down from the Red Sea to the Horn of Africa. The unusual warm temperatures off the coast are partly to blame. The recent heavy rainfall has created the perfect breeding conditions. The greenery that has sprung up is now fueling them. It has almost become a desperate battle.
And it is practically impossible or mockery to intelligence of humankind that this one can be used to control swarms of billions of insects that are destroying our crops and our